We're just excited about all the program success.
And we're ready to get started. Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for a virtual edition of Between Two Props, currently joined by Wheeling University head women's rugby coach Ken Pape, live from the CRC National Sevens. And Coach, guys are at the national stage in your inaugural Sevens season. Talk about what it's like to be out there.
It's great, Zach. Just the women got a chance. We had a training session this morning and then another one this afternoon. And, the women have got a chance to go and watch the men win a couple of games and, kind of get their bearing a little bit. And, it's been great, being here. Our team is recognizable. So people are walking over to our players like, oh my God, I didn't know you guys were here. And, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
And it's been a strong Sevens season for you guys. You won 3 Sevens tournaments throughout the year, including your last one at the Frostburg Sevens. Talk about the year as a whole and kind of how you've seen your team grow through this Sevens season.
Yeah, no, it's been terrific. We started off rough again in the Frostbite Sevens, and our team has continued to get better and better every single week. A few weeks ago, we changed our defensive structure specifically to play against one specific team, and that change is actually showing massive improvements. Even as early as this morning when we ran our defensive practice, I'm really excited to see what kind of defensive pressure we're able to get. But, just watching the development of the team and the women, at this level, being able to, get their eyes set and ready to go. It's been a great growing process for us, these last 8-10 weeks.
And you guys have some tremendous leadership on your team. We've seen it all year from Emma Ty, Alexis Dallas. Talk about how you're going to lean on those girls here as you get back to the national stage.
It's crazy. Alexis Dallas is playing at an unbelievable rate. Emma Ty continues to be a workhorse. Other captain, Bella Galata has been playing absolutely the best rugby of the entire team, recently. Her attack shape has been terrific. Her kick chase looks impressive. Everything about this has been really, really positive. And to see Lex, is now playing at a higher level because Bella's pushing her to play at a higher level, and Emma's pushing Bella, and Dakota's pushing all three of them. And, just around the horn, the captains are pushing themselves, which then in turn are pushing, the rest of the players. So the leadership group has really stepped up and said, listen, we want to make our mark. We want people to know who we are, and we want to come out and crush it. And that's all led through the leadership of our captains, Emma, Lex, Bella, and Dakota.
And one of the X factors for you this spring has been Shannon Whippy. Comes in for the Sevens season, and she's really made her mark. Talk about her and kind of the impact she's given your team.
It's great. I had a chance to talk to Shannon this morning, and she said, Coach, just, kind of where do you see things, shaping up? And, her and Gemily have been just going to war. And I think each of them needs the other to push them, push each other to be the best players. Like, Shannon wants to be on the field, but at the same time, she's super supportive of Gemily. Gemily wants to be on the field, but in turn, she's super supportive of Shannon. I think Shannon has really come into her own. We're giving her an opportunity to express herself a little bit more on the field, and she's taken advantage of that. But the really impressive thing with Shannon is that, she's come in, having been the best player on her team, at WVU, and she comes in here and she understands what her role is, and, no complaints, no pushing back. She encourages the challenge that Gemily gives her, and, the two of them it's interchangeable. It's like one can be hot one day, one game, the other's hot the next game. So Shannon's really done a great job to give us a lot of depth on that wing.
You're watching Between Two Props, currently joined by Wheeling University head women's rugby coach Ken Pape from the CRC Sevens. And Coach, guys, enters the number 5 seed in the East bracket. Talk about some of the teams on your side of the bracket and kind of some challenges for you.
Yeah, so we were kind of, shocked at our seeding, and we thought we did enough to get a better seed, but the decision makers didn't see that way. But on the east, the east side, the first game we got up is Bowdoin. That's a tough team. They're coached by a